I am pleased to announce that the Distinguished Alumni Award recipient for 2023 is Susanna Karosas. Yeah, and then I'll give it to you at the end. Sana graduated from LCC International University in 2004 with a bachelor's degree in English language and literature. As stated by one of the people who nominated Sana for this award, she is dedicated to family and teaching and reaching others for Christ while educating and presenting valuable information on inclusivity to an incredibly vulnerable population that gets institutionalized from birth. Sana exemplifies the mission of LCC through the passionate way that she lives life. Sana demonstrates servant leadership by giving a voice to the voiceless. Sana demonstrates her Christian worldview in her church involvement and in friend-making, in her leadership of the Alpha course at City Church. Sana demonstrates community building through her public efforts in support of those with Down syndrome. Sana is a teacher, having taught at LCC for 5 years. Sana is a speaker, having spoken at a recent Global Leadership Summit. And all of this is in addition to the fact that Sana is the mother of 5. We are honored to recognize Susanna Karosas as the 2023 Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. We welcome you now to share with us.
Thank you. Wow, this Sana sounds really amazing. Sounds really amazing. I love LCC. Yeah. Besides my immediate family, it is LCC and City Church that make Klaipeda home for me. You are my people. Yeah, right. And it is one thing to have people on the outside who don't know you very well sing your praises, but to receive recognition from your own, well, that makes me feel pretty spectacular. I mean, not even Jesus managed to pull that one off. So in the mid-90s, I had no idea about LCC or what it was, and I probably wouldn't even have been able to locate Lithuania on a map. But then, back in 1995, I met this peculiarly compelling young man. And yeah, I think you guessed it, he was holding a Lithuanian passport. And suddenly everything about this country was interesting to me. Isn't it funny how love changes everything? So, I must confess, I still harbor some residual guilt for swooping in from Scandinavia, grabbing one of Lithuania's most eligible bachelors for myself. Yeah. And so this incredible boyfriend, now husband, Solus, he was a student at LCC. So I followed suit and enrolled as well. And I could not have chosen better, neither husband nor university. And the 4 years I spent at LCC were literally dripping in awesome sauce. It might have been God that gave me a sound mind, but it was LCC that helped me find it. I also loved being an instructor here, and when I returned to LCC to teach after a couple of kids and a couple of further years of education, and then I really thought that the only way that LCC would ever get rid of me or try to get rid of me, I would be kicking and screaming and grabbing onto door frames. And although I like to believe that I was an okay teacher, I imagine that this award is more for the advocacy I do on behalf of the 2 small people that live at home with Down syndrome and people like them. When I moved to Lithuania in the 1990s, many people I met outside of LCC would be surprised to hear that I lived here, because the rule was more commonly that a Lithuanian girl found a foreign husband and moved away. So I was often met by 3 questions. First one, just to clarify, so you're from Sweden? So, yes. Further clarification needed, too. And you live here? Yes, we live here. And then the inevitable third question. Why? And I would say more times than I can count that we love our life here, we have amazing friends, jobs that we love, but the only reason I could see myself maybe wanting to move back home would be if we ever had a kid with a disability, because the attitudes toward and inclusion of people with disabilities had simply come a little bit further along. Well, 6 years ago, ta-da! Our daughter, fourth child, was born with a surprise extra chromosome. But by then, we were so excited about the changes that we were seeing in Lithuania, so we didn't really talk at all about moving away. But I also realized that I didn't just want to sit back and applaud those people that so effortless, so full of effort, tried to make life for Eva and then also later our adopted son, Motiejus, to have a life of dignity and agency. So for now, I realize that there are other people that probably can teach literature and writing even better than me, or most certainly better than me. But fewer have the life experience to testify that people with learning disabilities are nothing to fear, and that we all win by making spaces for them at our table. One pioneer in our field once said that in a world where we so often misguidedly seek above else money, power, beauty, and fame, people with learning disabilities, they have very little to compete with. But if we would stop and just think about what is truly important in life, loyalty, friendships, love, well then people with intellectual disabilities can be our teachers. So my Eva and Motiejus, they are my teachers. And my wish for you graduates and everybody here today, as I receive this award, is that you would all have the privilege of experiencing having such teachers in your lives. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.